Hello everybody, it's Zeidoktor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is One Piece, dedicated to One Piece, chapter 830, He Who Gets Bet On. And I want to say right now, I have the feeling this will probably be worded differently when we get to Viz on Monday, but we'll see. In any case, the cover story of this chapter is, oddly enough, the compulsive gambler Rayleigh,
Yeah.
which I
Uh,
do like. Sabani Archipelago, he's just sitting there gambling, reading the newspaper.
I forgot. Does he lose a lot? Does he? I think he loses a lot, right? Because I remember
I,
he was a slave last time when we first met him because he lost. I think.
he loses enough to sell himself into slavery so he can rob whoever buys him. That's about it.
Yeah. So he does. He loses enough. Well, at the end of the day, when you gamble, everyone's a loser. Who's not? That's not a casino, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
So anyway, we switch to Jinbei, who is making this speech about how great Luffy is.
Yeah.
Except that if you keep watch, you see that it says a few hours earlier. So this is like when that situation where in the movies, you see him talking, and then it shows that he's actually talking to the mirror or something like that. It's kind of like this.
Well, it's more like I think this is like probably like what happened like right after the one guy Aladdin, or as we kind of see here Aladdin calls him.
I know, but I mean, this is clearly what we all expected him to say to Big Mom. That's what
Yeah,
you know.
but he's actually
But
saying it to his fistmen.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that. So yeah.
Yep. And then like I do like this like little part here, like Aladdin's like over the last 2 years you've uttered Luffy's name a lot. You're passing trust, and this man is honest and just. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't go and do what you want. I like Jimmy's like, oh, have I really been doing it that often? I like this expression, like, oh, sorry. And like, it's kind of like a Frankie family moment right here to me, really, because it's a lot like when Frankie left Water 7 to join the Straw Hats.
Yeah.
Like,
Um.
like the gang's like, you've done so much for us, go be selfish, go do what you want.
Yeah. And so basically, everyone's like supporting him, including Aladdin's wife.
Oh yeah, like
Uh.
Praline, which is like the a half fist like shark mermaid daughter of Big Mom.
Yeah. I didn't. So apparently, Big Mom goes interspecies as well. That's interesting.
Well,
Uh.
it's not shocking given the whole point of Totland, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just. It was just kind of weird seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like this out like yeah, but it's like she's actually all kind of forceful about this. Like they joined their crew by marrying Aladdin to Praline. I'm trying. Is praline like a dessert, or I keep thinking it's like a kind of fish, but I don't think I'm right about that. Is it
Hammerhead shark.
a praline?
Yeah, she's a hammerhead shark.
Right, but I talked about her name itself.
Oh, I have no idea.
Because I'm trying to think, it's like some kind of like a cookie, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, like I do love the fact um, like like she actually is willing like to go with him over Mama any day of the week. Like take me with
Yeah,
you if anything happens. And the crew's like, oh my gosh, like
yeah,
oh my
but
god.
she also points out that look, no one's ever done this and gotten away alive, so you be careful. And then we go back to Whole Cake Island, where we see that Sir Muscat has died.
Yeah, for
Uh,
what the English version calls him Muscato,
oh yeah.
and the One Piece
So
podcast keeps calling him Sir Muscato, Minister of Gelato.
yeah, so they take his body away, and the guy even says like, do not even leave behind a single second. And then they ask if, and then some people ask, is Jinbei gonna be killed? And he's like, well, if Big Mom gets angry, she's gonna kill anyone, not including her son.
Yeah.
And then Jinbei actually says, he does want to cut ties with her, so yeah, he actually does say it. Thank gosh, if this was Bleach, this would be in the next chapter already. But
Actually,
so
real quick tangent on here. Like the weird little like Pac-Man ghosty things he's talking to. What are those about? Do you know? Any idea? Like the ones that he
uh,
says, don't leave behind a single second. Like, are they
yeah,
gonna collect his lifespan or something back, or what do you know? I don't know.
it's kind of weird because I thought all the seconds were already taken from him. I guess there's something left in his body. I don't know.
I don't know.
He
It's hard,
said though,
or some way
but
to put it back. And
I don't know what he's saying, but it's like bolded. So I'm assuming we'll get into that later.
yeah,
Um, so well, you know what I find interesting is how come she gives life to the things she's going to eat?
she's
Is she
sadistic
just
that way.
sadistic? Yeah, I just said yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, it's like
so
yeah, but
basically, yeah. Uh, who says? Oh, it was his big mom. I was like, oh, do not ask those who. Okay, she said, don't ask him his reasons. Because that he wants to leave. I don't care about the reasons. He's a pirate. That's what they do. However, having the bond between one child revoked is shameful to the parent, and it would cause a huge void and all that stuff.
yep, cost me valuable
So
research. Like, sure, yeah. Like, don't you sure me? It's only fair to you to do something valuable as well. That's the only way we could call this a fair trade, right? Ma 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 ma. Bring in the roulette.
That would be your laugh, wouldn't it?
Well, that's what it
So
says right
anyway,
there.
I know that's what I'm saying. It would be that. It shouldn't be surprising that she has that laugh. So she brings in the roulette. I wonder if it's gonna be rigged. But anyway,
Well, it looks more like a dartboard, really.
yeah, it does. So that's apparently the poneglyph is not enough. The poneglyph is not enough.
Yeah, but and then it seems like he's got an option between either his head, one of his arms, one of his legs, or whatever that one with the crown, which I'm assuming means he can get out scot free.
So we go back to Luffy's crew, where basically they have to keep moving because the ants are down there and can attack us.
But at nighttime the sea is syrup, and at nighttime it's frozen.
Yeah, and so you get all this information from Pedro, who seems to know a lot about the sea. And it turns out that he was once a pirate.
Yep.
But he only went halfway.
Like he didn't like. It sounded like he didn't realize he was a pirate at first.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess he just. Well, I mean, to be fair, with the shit the government does, I mean, you probably could save people, and that would get you a bounty,
Yeah.
So basically, they wanted to find the poneglyphs, and help Nekomamushi, but then they met Big Mom, and he apparently got defeated here.
Yep. Like, well,
so basically,
it was Big Mom, but yeah, at the same time, yeah. The truth is, this is where I've fallen here once before.
Yeah. It's just I don't think it's. I mean, it doesn't say that Big Mom was the one who defeated him, but I think it's kind of like
implied.
So let's see here. Basically, I want to help you, and blah blah blah. I was told that our Duke and Master showed you all our road poneglyph, and your say was the last time he showed this was actually to the outside who wasn't part of the Kozuki clan was actually Gold Roger.
Yep.
Goldie Roger.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you. Like, I'm gonna maybe sort of check on Monday on here, but if he says Gold D Roger or Gold Roger, because manga stream has been very inconsistent with that. But at the same time, it does make sense for the minks to regularly use that name, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, nobody's reacting to it.
Well, wait, if they met Goldie Roger, then they wouldn't get the Gold Roger name, because he tells people his real name. Like he actually didn't want people.
But that's kind of my point. Like, nobody else is reacting to this. Like, you would expect the Straw Hats to kind of like take notice of the D.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you have to read the Viz manga translation for that.
Yeah, because they're usually a bit more reliable on this than manga stream has been. In any case,
so basically,
Pedro's like saying like the Inuarashi and Nekomamushi, Dogstorm and Cat Viper are seeing similarities between Roger's crew and them.
Oh, how we didn't know that? Huh?
Yeah.
What a surprise!
Yeah, well, it's not a shock, but at the same time, like they're confident that they're going to be people who end up needing the road poneglyphs.
I mean, hell, Gold Roger looked like Luffy back when he was younger, with the straw hat too. So anyway, what are you gonna do after Kaido? It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna use the use of the big poneglyphs Big Mom has. Or no, he says that. He said you will need to make use of the poneglyphs that Big Mom has, and this is your opportunity. Since that would be basically be sneaking into the country, so basically get the poneglyph and get Sanji.
Yeah, but he also like says like, let you guys focus on Sanji. Maybe give me a distraction. I'll focus on the poneglyph.
Yeah. So tactics here, strategy actually is a strategy.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, basically everyone gets say, okay, yeah. Everyone says it's a plan. And then
Brook is being kind of quiet. He's getting like a whole bunch of dot bubbles.
Yeah. And then the ants are awake, but they've gone through, and it's Cold Cake Island, which is an actual cake. Why? Oh, another surprise, Yeah,
they're actually awake on here. Oh, also a little funny thing people noticed here.
Yeah, there's a guy. Who the hell is next? Who's behind?
That's Nami.
Is that? But Nami's on the left side.
No, probably because he took off her armor. But still, so are Brook and Chopper. Like,
wait. Why is Nami wearing her armor on the right panel, but then on the left panel she's back to normal?
Because they're out of danger. They're on immediate danger. They're actually at Whole Cake Island, so you can take it off. I mean, I'm sure it's a precaution Luffy would approve of, and probably was annoyed he didn't think of it first.
Wait.
Who else would it be? There's only so many people on that ship.
No. That's what I thought too. That's why I said, is this like like the Panda Man thing? I don't know what's going on.
It's just Nami in armor.
Okay, because we never seen her in that armor before, did we?
I don't know. I was wondering if it might be something they took from Thriller Bark or something.
But it's just weird that they don't even they just suddenly go to her being normal in like 5 seconds. Because they all reacting at the same time, right? Like, oh, look, we're here. So for her to take off the armor in that short amount of time, It's
Oh,
just kind of
well, that is what it is. In any case, though, we also get our
well,
traditional spread page of Whole Cake Island itself, so
yeah.
we kind of get a good look at that.
Yep, and let's go, and someone's waiting for them. So who
Yeah,
would that be?
it's funny because they
Might be
immediately say,
Jinbei.
yeah, they immediately say, I've heard that cave over there is the only spot where the security does not make rounds. Like, oh, hey, there's someone over there. Like, wait,
It's
what?
it might be Jinbei.
Or maybe even
Uh,
Peckham's.
I feel like it's too early for Pekons. I feel like what happened to him should be like a really big mystery.
Maybe a Girma?
Uh,
A Germa?
well, well, yeah, one of those two. We have to remember that Jinbei does have that situation where he is, in a not in a good pickle.
Yeah.
Well, he's in a pickle, so who knows?
And he might come back with missing a limb or something. Some people have
Uh,
been seeing like suggesting that might be a good thing, at least as far as balancing the power. But I don't really think that would be a good
that's
thing.
helpful.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
not
at
that.
least not anymore. Not since the time skip. Like pre-time skip, Jinbei was definitely a cut above Luffy and the others. Nowadays, it's not such a big deal.
Yeah, no. He's not a. We'll be facing against the emperors. Like he's not as powerful enough to beat an emperor 1-on-1. So no. Um, I don't even think he could beat Doflamingo, to be honest with you.
Oh no, I doubt that. I mean, think about how much it took Luffy just to do that at all. Like, I think it's implied pretty well implied and not outright said that Luffy was the only one in Dressrosa who could have like stood toe to toe with Doflamingo, and even then he needed Law's help.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, no, it's. I think it'd be way too much. I'd be a disappointment because it'd be like because this member is supposed to be like, oh my gosh, it's a boss character, it can be powerful. Again, taking his arm off, to quote unquote balance. It's just no.
Nah,
Yeah, and he
I
wouldn't be
mean,
balancing. As you said, he's Luffy's already past that.
yeah, at the very worst, he's like even with Zoro and Sanji.
Yeah. So anyway, that is it for me for what I have to say about One Piece.
Yeah, like so this chapter pretty much moved along. Like it does kind of serve as one of the many times what I usually call a point A to B chapter, like just kind of getting everything moving along. I do like the little bit of story we got with Pedro, and I also like the fact that he's pointing out like what are you gonna do after Kaido? Oh, and also I've mentioned this before, but now I'm gonna make it my official theory going forward. I'm gonna say that their plan to steal the road pointing glyph is going to consist of taking the one Jinbei brought and painting it red and then switching them out.
Hmm.
I thought it before as a joke, but now everything comes in place to actually make that happen. Because we already know that Luffy's not going to be satisfied with just a rubbing of the road pony glyph. He wants the thing.
Okay, but is it gonna be even be like is it gonna be like even like like a trick at all, or is it gonna be like, hey, this is Luffy, Luffy did this, or by Luffy,
Yeah.
like is it gonna be like one of those things where no,
I,
it's not the right one?
I thought that too, and I would love to see if that actually happened just for the sheer hilarity of it. Another
But
thing I can think of
his
would
crew,
be yeah. Another thing I could think of though is like maybe like because she can't read the pony glyph, so she's probably not going to notice if it's different writing, one
yeah.
versus the other. If you just paint the green one red, but I would like to see if maybe like if something causes the paint to tip, like that whole pending bomb thing they've got going on, kind of hanging in the
Uh,
background.
yeah. But
It goes off in such a way it causes the paint to tip.
even if Luffy doesn't, make it exact a good copy, I'm sure his crew wouldn't let him leave until they do. So I'm sure the crew would be like, no,
Yeah.
no, we gotta actually make this
Plus,
look like the real deal or something.
plus it's Pedro who's in charge of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, well, his crew of Pedro, just anyone who isn't Luffy, okay, or Carrot, because I don't think Carrot would either.
I'm sorry, I just had a sudden thought. Remember in Undertale we were playing like they had the sign that was like red and green because dogs are colorblind.
Yeah. Oh.
What if Pedro does it but gets the color wrong because of that?
But then how would he know which color? Like, how would he? Why would he?
I don't.
Well,
Like I said, I just random thought. Like I don't know what's actually gonna happen.
I feel like he would know that he's colorblind. They wouldn't risk that, I don't know.
I could see this going any direction there.
I mean, yeah, but I just kind of feel like it's one of those things where I feel like you would know you're colorblind, that you basically screen them over at that point. But I guess, or maybe it's him, is he doesn't know and he just thinks, oh, this is kind of grayer than the other one, so maybe that was still.
Yeah,
But anyway,
that'd just be hilarious if this whole big cunning plan screws up because of that. But at the same time, like I don't know how far their animal traits go in this case because they've been eating chocolate and candy just fine. But still, it just sounded like funny random thought I had.
okay, well, that's about it for me.
Yep, I'm good here too. So that's been our review of One Piece chapter 830, He Who Gets Bet On. Go ahead and take us away.
Bye.